Hey guys, Mrs. McInnis again, Queen of the Reeds. And now we're going to talk about putting these reeds onto your mouthpiece. So my rule is that if your reed is not in its case, it's either on your instrument or in your mouth, because reeds just laying around get chipped or broken, and then they don't work, and that's no good. So I'm gonna put this reed in my mouth. The reason you wanna put the reed in your mouth is because it's wood, like I said in the last video. And you need to soften it up a little bit before you actually play. So clarinet and saxophone players, you can put your reed in your mouth while you're assembling your instrument. And that gives it just enough time to get that little bit of moisture on there so you can play your first note without any problem. It's really nice. So we're gonna pretend we put our instrument together and we've got our mouthpiece. Now you notice I have the clarinet reed in my mouth, so I'm gonna show you on the clarinet mouthpiece. You notice there's a little opening here and then there's a flat space. This is where your reed lives on the mouthpiece. Now, on your reed, on the front of it, they're made from cane. You've got this little U shape, and you can see it shaved here, and then you've got the cane, and then on the back is usually where the writing is. You want that flat part with the writing to be against the mouthpiece, okay? You wanna be able to see that cane. Now, you want to make sure the hole is all the way covered, like that. Because if you have it up here, so you can see too much reed, that's not gonna work. And if you have it down here and there's too much hole, that's not gonna work either. And I'll show you what happens. It makes some pretty funny sounds. So you do like this, you put it so it's covering the hole, and I always hold my thumb on there like this. Then I take my ligature with my other hand and very carefully put it over the reed. And then I switch to this thumb, bring the ligature down, and I wanna make sure the ligature is underneath that U in the cane, because this whole part vibrates, and that's what makes the sound. So some mouthpieces like mine have this line to help you know where your ligature needs to be. Then I'm gonna just gently tighten this. You don't need to like really bear down, just gently enough so the reed doesn't move around. And then you can make your sound. It's like a party whistle. Isn't that fun? So let me show you if I have not enough reed covering, if it's like this. That's so frustrating. I'm blowing and blowing and blowing and not getting any sound. And all just because my reed's not in the right place, okay? Or if I put it too high, it's like out of control, okay? So the reed placement is really, really important. And same with the alto saxophone. So with the alto saxophone, it's gonna sit a little bit differently, where this is still gonna go over the hole and with the writing part against, this is called the beak actually, against the beak. But when you play your alto saxophone, the mouthpiece is gonna be more straight like this. And again, just like with the clarinet, you wanna make sure that your ligature is underneath that U in the cane so you can get maximum vibration of that reed to get a sound. All right, so then when you're done playing, a lot of students make the mistake of saying, great, I'm all done. And they take their mouthpiece and they have a little cover like this and they stick it over the reed and they put it in their case. No, no, no. That is a recipe for mold and a recipe for yuckies and sickness. No. So, you gotta take it off every time. And believe me, I know it's a pain, guys. I've played the clarinet since 5th grade. And I'm like 100, so I've played it a really long time. So you gently undo your ligature, take off the reed, and you wanna make sure, because after you've played for a while, the reed's gonna be a little bit wet. So you wanna make sure you take your fingers just really gently and get the moisture off, okay? You can do it with a paper towel really gently You just have your fingers, that's fine as long as they're clean. And then, like I say, these reed cases are perfectly fine because they allow air to get in, to dry. So you just very gently, see where like the finger thing is? You just put it back in the case, like that. It keeps it protected, it keeps it dry, and you're ready to play again next time. So that's how you take care of your reeds, and your parents will thank you because they're gonna last a long time. And you want to be running out to the store for reeds all the time or ordering them on Amazon. And that's great news. You guys got this. Have fun.